What's going on, guys? So this is a review of both the Portta AV Upscaler and the Portta VGA to HDMI converter. First up, let's take a look at the AV Upscaler. The Upscaler comes in a fairly generic box with minimal information printed on it. The box contents is quite the same. Inside you'll find a very basic instruction booklet, along with a 5V AC to DC adapter. And finally, just the unit itself. Opening up the Vga Converter packaging, you'll find pretty much the same thing with the Vga Converter, AC adapter and a simple instruction booklet. First up, let's take a look at the AV Upscaler. Along the front side, you have an S-Video connector and the composite AV inputs. Spinning around to the rear of the unit, you'll find a resolution selection switch, input selection, HDMI output, audio pass-through and a 5V DC jack. The unit does a great job of upscaling composite to 720 and 1080p. I did notice, however, that the image does get aligned to the right hand side of the screen with some devices. Having said that, the image doesn't seem to get cut off. This is probably a result of the unit trying to keep a 1:1 pixel ratio. Audio comes out crystal clear and there's no lag on my setup. However, some TVs will have input lag no matter what, and you'll often find they also have a game setting which fixes this. Okay, so moving on to the VGA converter now. I'm just going to say first up that this is not an upscaler, it simply converts the VGA image and audio to HDMI. Much like the AV Upscaler, the VGA converter is a fairly small device with minimal options. Along the front of the device you'll find a VGA connector along with a lone 3.5mm audio input. And on the rear there is a single HDMI output along with the 5V DC jack. Again, both audio and video come out crystal clear with no interference at all. Also, as I mentioned, this device does not upscale, it merely converts the signal to HDMI. As much as I like both these devices, I do have some issues with them, the first being that there is no on-off switch on either of the units, so the only way to turn them off is to unplug them. The second issue that I have is that the power LEDs on both units, although a very pretty shaded blue, are way too bright and do become distracting at night. So what are my final thoughts? The AV Upscaler is a great value at only $35 and I do recommend it. However, I wouldn't recommend the VGA converter to most people as it doesn't upscale. Portta do, however, make a VGA Upscaler, which is about $30, and that is something I do plan on buying in the future. Okay guys, so I'll leave links in the video's description to where you can purchase these units, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!